Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So Washington State's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies offense will go to work first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
Washington wants to go quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll run it again. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Throwing, Williams. The screen, and watch out. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to the well. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Here's Williams to throw. Finds a man on the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Fighting off the defender. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Washington right back to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Williams on the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup, and here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not the same conference anymore. They used to be for years, but this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Washington State will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Williams. Setting up the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. Washington wants to go quickly.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Motion from the wideout. Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he got loose. All by himself down the middle. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougars. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll run it to the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Nice move there. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Huskies want to move quickly. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Williams puts it out of the air. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage?
Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Takes the handoff. It's Carr. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third down from the gun, Williams. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Unleashes one. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. Washington State sends out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. The Huskies will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Throwing, Williams. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic.
Might have a chance. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Here's Williams to throw. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll run the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Touchdown, Husky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got a man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking to coaches this week, and he gets his 1st sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their 1st sack.
The screen, he's got wheels. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? The give on the option. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Washington stops the clock and uses its 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Carr. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Washington right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. Now the Cougars are going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Wants to return it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Timeout taken by the offense as their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Williams finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Yeah, and it was a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running a go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football, catch it. Nice route by the wide receiver.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Williams looking for a man. Caught by Williams on the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
It's Williams again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Washington sends out the punt team.
Number 93 in punt formation to kick it away.
He's got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Beavers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Husky Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. A lot of intrigue with this second half still to come as we send things back to the Evergreen State.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, Coach Kirby Moore told me at the half, they are pretty excited about what they're seeing from their running back. As you know, he's a transfer. This is why they brought him in. And although he is performing very well, they've still got work to do. Trailing in this game, they've got to be a little bit better at the line of scrimmage here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. The Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Find some fresh air. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. No huddle offense to the line.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
They'll give it to him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Right back to the well. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Washington State lines up quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazzu a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Makes a catch. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Williams. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Freeman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now they'll run the draw. There's a crease. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They're giving up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington State. They take the lead with the 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Carr. Makes it past the marker. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Play action with Williams. Fires left. Makes a connection. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Williams. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The Huskies in the hurry-up. Williams will pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6. The Huskies back on top.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Freeman. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Right down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Lost to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Now on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Now on second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to punch it in. Fighting his way from every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And guys, they've taken the lead, and now the stage is set for the end of this one.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Makes the catch. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here's Williams to throw. Pulls it in. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Third and short now from their own 48. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Makes a grab and room to run. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Might be changing the route. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Looking for the score. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Williams throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They'll call a timeout with 4 seconds left in the game. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it's good! They tied the game in the final seconds.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got him downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and you really hate to settle for a field goal with the first possession in an overtime period. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Motion from the wide receiver. Williams with the catch. It's Carr. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Huskies headed quickly to the line. Williams looking for a man. He wants it all. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
That's coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed. They were on defense first. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Come out, they get the throwing touchdown, ends the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, David, really encapsulates, I think, the identity of this team. They're going to fight and scratch and claw to the very end to get it done. Great job executing here late in the game to get the win.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.